In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Facebook e-commerce ad account the right way to ensure you're driving sales at all stages of the customer journey, from your prospecting visitors who have never heard of you before, all the way through to your most loyal existing customers. Alright, so I'm logged into one of our demo accounts here where we've got a templated e-commerce account structure, and this is the typical structure we will use when we take on a new e-com brand and set up the account for them. We're going to go into the assumption that we're just going to operate under one collection here, just to keep things simple. Obviously, with your e-com brand, you're going to have multiple collections. So if that's the case, you can just duplicate the campaigns over and just change out the the URLs, the products, the catalogs, and so forth. But just to keep things simple, we're just going to do it under the assumption there's just one collection we're promoting here. And as you can see that we've segmented the account into 5 main categories, as you can see denoted by the numbers here. So we've got 1, which is for our cold campaigns. We've got 2, which is for our warm campaigns, 3 for our hot campaigns, 4 for existing, and 5 for placeholder. Now, our cold campaigns, also known as prospecting or top of funnel, these are going to be ads delivered to customers who've never heard of your brand before. They're brand unaware and their product unaware. And Facebook is mainly used as a tool for new acquisition. So these are where most spend in the ads are going to go here. And then our warm campaigns are going to be delivered to people who've shown a bit of intent, but they haven't quite checked out your products on your collection page yet. Your hot campaigns are going to be towards people who have shown intent, so they've checked out your products, but they haven't quite made the buying decision, so they're in the consideration phase right now. There's a underlying objection in there that we have to handle within our retargeted campaigns to push them over the edge and get them to convert. And then our existing campaigns are going to be geared towards upselling, cross-selling your existing customer list. And then our placeholder campaign is actually where we create all the ads, and we just simply, when we create an ad, we put it in that campaign, we duplicate it into our main campaigns. That way we can retain, it's easy to keep the social proof of the ads and easy to view all the unique ads if we want to. This is just here for organizational purposes. There's no actual spend that ever goes into this campaign. So I'm just going to dive right in, show you how we set things up and explain in more detail. So as you can see in our cold campaigns here, we split it into creative testing, DPA, PPE, and website conversions. Now, let's say this account was spending, let's say, 5,000 per day. We typically have probably 32 to 3,500 a day in these cold campaigns. Most of the spend being probably the conversions campaign. And so because this is where we focus a lot of the spend, a lot of the testing, this is where a lot of the attention goes on as well. So we've got our creative testing campaign here. This is where we test creatives. In e-commerce, the creative and the offer is the most important part of the ad. So we like to focus a lot on creative testing. We won't go into too much detail on how we do it now, but typically we'll test creatives up to 2x AOV spend. If the ROAS is above target for prospecting, then we'll usually test that on a higher budget in our main scaling campaigns. We've also got our cold website conversion campaign, which is where most of the spend will go. We typically will put our best performing audiences on the account here, which are usually your broad interest or your 1% purchase lookalikes, and then we focus most of the spend on this one here. And then cold PPE, so a page post engagement campaign, as you may know, they deliver ads to users who are most likely to like, comment, and share. That way we can generate social proof on our main prospecting ads, so that way it can help get more attention in the newsfeed, a higher CTR, and then eventually decrease the cost per conversion of our main scaling ads. And also DPA ads on cold, we like to test that sometimes. So typically, just to get a new ad format out there, we'll get a dynamic carousel. Typically, maybe we'll promote a new collection, test how it goes, or we'll get our clients' best sellers and put them in here and just test out this ad format on prospecting. Sometimes it does well, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm going to show you how we set the exclusion up on there, because this is very, very important. Almost every account I audit misses this out. Now, in your main prospecting campaigns, in order to actually define it as a cold audience, so people that have never heard of you before, right, it's theoretically impossible to do, but to maximize the chance that the ads are being delivered to people who are completely unaware of your brand, you must A, exclude ad post engagers, and the look back window Facebook allows you is 1 year on here. You must exclude website visitors. Anyone who's visited the site, anyone who's added to the cart, visited the product page, purchased, right? Exclude them. And also, if your store's been operating more than 6 months, and you've got a list of all your customers, make sure we exclude that. So that way, the ads in this cold campaign are not going to be delivered to your ad post engagers. They're not going to be delivered to your site visitors or your cart abandoners, and they're definitely most likely not going to be delivered to your existing customers. And that way, we make sure that the data is clean here, and that only the ads are served to people that have never heard of you before. Because you see, what a lot of people do is they'll create a campaign called cold. They'll put, let's say, a lookalike or an interest in, but they'll forget to exclude this. And what happens is Facebook will then deliver those ads to your website visitors, to your cart abandoners, because they know they're most likely to convert. So it's going to show the ads to those people which are not actually classed as cold. And so what happens is you launch a new cold campaign. Your ROAS will be really good for the first 3 to 5 days, but then after, when you try and scale it, your ROAS will tank because you've exhausted all the low-hanging fruit, and now you're trying to scale an audience that's unproven. So make sure to keep the data clean here in your cold campaigns, that you do these exclusions. And then typically in our DPA and website conversions, we'll have our best 5, maybe let's say 4 to 8 best audiences here, depending on spend. Then in our PP and creative testing, we'll just have our 2 best audiences in here, because again, we're not really focusing too much on audience testing here. PP is just to get engagement, the creative testing is just to test creatives, so we put on our best audience there. Now, our warm campaign, as described before, is going to be shown towards people who have shown intent, but they haven't checked out the products yet. So they could be people that have engaged with any ad or post. They could be people that have watched the video of your product. So let's say you got a sunglasses brand, right? There could be people that have watched a video ad of the sunglasses, but they haven't clicked through yet. And also it's going to be your site visitors as well, but who didn't visit the collection page. So anyone who's maybe checked out other products on your site, maybe someone who's checked out your reviews, maybe your blog, but they haven't checked out that collection yet. This is where it will go in the warm campaign. So again, it's a great way to group these like micro audiences together to classify them as people who have shown a bit of intent, perhaps they're a bit aware of your brand and product, but they haven't gone quite yet into the consideration phase of the customer journey. So we like to do a 7, 30 and 180. So this one here will be between people who are between day 0 and day 7. This will be warm traffic from day 8 to day 30, and then this one here will be from day 31 to day 180. And usually what you'll find is the ROAS on the earlier time frames is a lot higher than the ROAS on the longer time frames. So I'll just show you kind of how we've set that up here. So again, we've got video views past 50%. So I'm basically defining anyone who's watched a video past 50% but hasn't clicked through is going to have to show a little bit of intent. Ad post engagers and our website visitors in the last 7 days. And then we exclude every other step beyond that as much as possible. And I should be excluding my purchase customer list here. So we've got View C, Collection A. So anyone who's visited the product page excluded, anyone who's visited the collection page, anyone who's purchased, anyone who's added to cart. Now, if you are excluding this, you don't have to exclude the purchase and add to cart because it's assumed it will have had to view content. But just in case there are pixel misfires or the tracking's not right, it's just good to add it in, doesn't take too long to do, and just helps keep the data clean. And then as you can see here for day 8 to day 30, you can see here we've done website visitors 30, ad post engaged 30, video views past 50% of 30, and we've got the same exclusions, and we're also excluding the site visitors from 7 days, excluding the video views 7 days, and excluding ad post engagers 7 days. So from day 8 to day 30, we exclude the inclusion of the previous ad set. So from day 8 to day 30, we exclude any audience between day 0 to day 7. If you don't exclude that, you can have one ad set that's from day 0 to day 7, and then you can have another ad set just from day 0 to day 30. Again, not keeping that data clean and organized. Now in our hot campaign, so these are people that have shown intent, but they haven't quite made the purchasing decision. So there's an objection there. A, they don't need it. B, they're still looking around at your competitors and they're comparing you to them. see maybe the price is too high, or whatever it may be, there's an objection there. So retargeting is mainly around objection handling. So as you can see here, so this will be someone who's visited the collection page. So they've viewed, let's say, all your sunglasses in the last 7 days, but they haven't clicked through and checked any of the product pages that they haven't bought. This one is exactly the same here, as you can see, and we've excluded the previous ad set here. So this is from day 8 to day 30. Now, if you've got a brand where you've got a slightly higher ticket and you've got higher consideration times, you can try day 31 to day 180 as well. We tend to find it doesn't work that well, but it could do for your brand. So that's worth a shot. And you see view content, no add to cart. So anyone who's visited the product page, didn't add to cart in the last 7 days. Same deal here, except from day 8 to day 30. See how we've excluded the previous ad sets inclusion here. This is when anyone who's this is a cart abandons in the last 7 days, and obviously this is cart abandons from the day 8 to day 30. And typically, like in our retargeting, we'll do like reminder ads. If they've, let's say, got a bit busy, they got distracted and they couldn't make the purchase, or they looked at it on their mobile, but they want to wait until they go back home, open up their computer and buy on the computer. That could be one. Maybe the price is too high, so you maybe do like a discount offer. Maybe they don't trust you, so you maybe retarget them with reviews or social proof. Maybe they don't quite understand what they're getting, so maybe you retarget them with an unboxing or demonstration type video. Multiple different types of ways you can handle objections here within your hot retargeting campaigns. And then in our existing campaigns, what we like to do is we like to segment it out by active customers and lapsed customers. So an active customer is someone who's within your repeat purchase window, and a lapsed customer is someone who's out of your repeat purchase window. So let's say you're selling, let's say a skincare product, let's say an anti-aging skincare brand, right? And in your calculations, in your data, you've calculated that it takes on average 30 days for a customer to kind of finish the product and then repeat purchase, right? Now, your active customer will be someone who's purchased between day 0 to day 30, and then your lapsed customer will be someone who's purchased from day 31 to I say day 180. Obviously, if you've got longer shipping times, maybe you can kind of extend out the active customers part, but just to keep things simple, we just do it like this. And then, so for example, you'll have different messaging here. So in your active customers, you could target something like, you could have like a messaging like, hey, thanks for purchasing, product X. We hope it's helping you make your skin feel more youthful. Why not grab a second tub before your other one runs out, something like that. And the lapsed customer will be, someone that A, they haven't finished the product yet. B, they didn't like it and they don't want to buy again. C, they do like it, but maybe they don't see enough value in it to pay the fee, the product cost. So you'd have to kind of tailor your messaging slightly different from a lapsed customer to an active customer. So there you go. If you've got a product where it's bought once per year, or it's one of those things where you buy it and it kind of lasts for a very long time before they need to buy a new one, maybe like a mattress or something, maybe you won't. You'll have to kind of structure things a little bit differently. So the way you target and cross-sell your existing customers is dependent on your business, and the repeat purchase rate and repeat purchase frequency of that. And then in our placeholder campaigns, this is where we just make the ad. So if you want to make a cold traffic ad, we make it in here, a warm one, a hot one here, an existing one. And then once the ads are in here, we've got all our unique ads. And then we can easily just copy paste them into our main campaigns. This is just for keep things organizational. There's no spend ever run in this campaign. So there you go, and that is the main strategy and structure we used when we're setting up e-commerce accounts. I hope this provides you with value to show like how we run ads to customers on all parts of the customer journey, from people who've never heard of you before, all the way to your most loyal customers. This is a great way to set it up. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.